is Tim Mackie, and I'm a pastor at Door of Hope Church in Portland, Oregon. I mean, there's just, the city's exploding population-wise, and the vast majority are 20 and 30-somethings who are moving here, some for work, but many just for Portland. You know, like it's just Portland, and it's, you know, Portlandia, it's where young people go to retire, and that whole joke, you know, but it's true. So Josh and Darcy that's who they were in their 20s, and they wanted to come start a church that reached out to the crappy nominal Christians who are living in Portland but don't feel comfortable in church, and then to all of their friends who aren't Christians. So that was the dream, and to have a church that just wasn't trying to be something. It just, Josh and Darcy are from here and they love it, and they just wanted it to be a church that they would actually like going to. Church was kind of was founded with that mission, just an evangelistic mission to have a local, neighborhood-focused community of Jesus with a real evangelistic emphasis, just right here in the heart of inner East Portland. So the mission is still the same, to reach the 20 and 30-somethings of Portland, which are really the heart of the demographic that's living in inner East Portland. We annually kind of do a series of sermons on how if you don't live in the city of Portland, we'd rather you find a church closer to where you live because we're trying to create a critical mass of Christians actually within this part of the city. And so that's attractive. There's a high value of neighborhood, locale, walkability, rootedness, and that's a value that we have too. I mean, we're from here, you know. So that's a big piece of what we've been fostering. Music is a huge part, and the Lord's brought together a ridiculously high caliber group of musicians, and a number of them are in quite prominent bands here in the city, and they've become Christians at Door of Hope, and it's the coolest thing to see. And then they bring all their pagan friends, you know, and they're like, what is this thing? We value a high aesthetic because that's the value of the city itself. So I think our goal is just to create an environment where we don't use Christianese lingo, and we're just trying to introduce people to how compelling Jesus is. Leaders create an environment, and so people know, like, oh, if I bring my friends, they're gonna be challenged to take Jesus seriously here, and so that's why they bring their friends. You know, we make sure that the basic story of Jesus is summarized in all of our gatherings, whether it's Sunday or we do gatherings in the park, you know, during the summer and so on. And so that's created an environment where we don't camp out on doctrinal distinctives. And I think that's appealing, to not be focusing on, you know, boundary line issues all the time, and to make just the core classic Orthodox gospel and life of a disciple of Jesus, just make that is difficult enough to believe and follow. And now you're gonna do something about the rapture or something? Are you kidding me? Like, let's just forget about that.